calling this meeting to order. It is I, King Crater, and I am calling the meeting of all of the special characters to order. So now we will take attendance. If you are here, please state your name. Who needs to be here? Mr. Jeans? Hi, it's me, Jim Jeans. Mr. Cat?
Hi, I'm Tommy Cat.
Mr. Cat?
Hi, I'm Bobby Cat.
Mr. Sleeve Martin? No Sleeve Martin again. Why does he never show up to these meetings? Who else?
I am here. I, the spirit of radio.
Oh, hello, Spirit of Radio. It is good to see you.
Thank you. It is troubling that we must meet under these dark times.
I would say so, but we will get into that very soon, once we finish our attendance.
Hey, I'm also here. It's me, the spirit of uncles.
Oh, hello, Spirit of Uncles. It is good seeing you again. How are the kids?
Oh, well, I don't have any of those, but my nieces and nephews are top-notch.
That is great to hear. Mr. Football Johnson. Hey! I'm here. It's me, Football Johnson. How are you doing? I'm doing great, though I was doing better in the season of 87, but I'm still doing pretty great.
Oh, what a great season.
What a great season indeed. Is there anybody else I have missed? I'm trying to think. Anybody who should be at the meeting of special characters. I know Mr. Martin should be here, but he tends to miss these meetings. I'd say he's always off on his own, doing things.
I am here. It is I, Uncle Bungley.
Oh, Uncle Bungley, it
I
is
am-
great to see you.
I am here representing the rest of the magical community and the magical uncles as a whole.
I almost forgot. Please accept my
It is
apologies.
fine. I am not normally at these things because normally the spirit of magic would be here, but the spirit of magic has been lost for many a year.
It is very true, and we need your magic here, harnessing the magic of the magic uncles.
Yes, the magic uncle's magic power is very magical and powerful.
Yes, everybody all together. I believe we have a quorum, and if we forgot anybody, they will show up eventually. So, special characters. We have a problem. I don't know if you have been keeping up with the uncles, or keeping up with the footballs, or keeping up with what has gone on between the two when the Space Channel has emerged, as well as the gold emblem. But it is important to know that the Manatee, he is still at large. He escaped. We thought that he would be good and gone when our friends at Football is a Sport took care of him. But no, he escaped.
His power is far too great. We cannot contain him any longer.
I don't know. I want to contain him. I want to contain him in a pair of my jeans. Yeah, I want to take him to the ground. I want to tackle him. I want to give him a real good tackle. Well, hopefully we will be able to apprehend him soon. But you know what this means. Even you, little Jimmy, I saw you back there. Don't think I forgot about you showing up late.
You're there. We see you.
We see you, little Jimmy. Now come out and say hi. Jimmy.
Hi. Oh, yep, I'm here. You're right. Sorry about that. My mom was being a real bitch.
Oh, I know. We've all had mothers at one point. Or, for the uncle characters, at least some aunts.
Look, here's the thing, is that I don't really care about Mr. Manatee. What's the big deal? He's just a business guy. He's just gonna do business things, and then business will happen, and we won't really need to care about it.
Well, the difference is, if he was not such I don't know what the term is at this point in time, but, fucking dickhead, he would be a special character like us. He would have the ability to bend space and bend time and transform things in ways which we cannot imagine. But because he is a fucking dickhead, he is at large. He cannot be one of our ranks. He must be taken down. He has the possibility to make this entire universe disrupted and thrown off of its axis.
Mr. Manatee seems like he may not be that big a deal to you because you are young and foolish, but Mr. Manatee's very existence threatens the delicate balance between the three main spirits: magic, uncles, and radio. Mr. Manatee already declared war on uncles and on radio, and we're worried that he wants to destroy magic as well. It is troubling that the spirit of magic could not be here at all.
Yes, that is right. I am very worried as the representative of the magical community that Mr. Manatee has struck against magic at its very heart.
I agree. I'm just so overwhelmed with emotion. You know, I've been a bad guy before, and I know what it's like. And then some people say, Jim Jeans, you're so bad. And I say, I know. But you know what happens? When you turn bad and you go to those parts of the world and those parts of your mind, it's hard to go back. I wouldn't have gone back unless I died, unless they killed me. And you know what? I don't think Mr. Manatee's ever going back. I think he is out to destroy magic. No magic means no JCPenney sports bar. How about you cat fellas? No magic means no magic cats.
Hi, I'm Bobby Cat. Hi, I'm Tommy Cat.
Yes, Mr. Jeans is correct. And so, my point, although we are getting a little bit long-winded here, is that Mr. Manatee must be stopped. But in addition to that, we must go back. We must. What do you mean go back? Like go back to the season of 87? That'd be awesome. No, Mr. Jeans. We must go back. The uncles are gone. Maybe we can bring them back with a little bit of magic. But all that is left at the moment is exactly where we left our friends. Those footballers. You know, the special sacred ones. They are special characters, but in a different way. They don't possess the same abilities as we do. Though when they are acquainted with Mr. Sleeve Martin, occasionally they seem to find themselves in sticky situations. But we need them. We need football to help us find Mr. Manatee and to help restore justice to the universe. To this dimension, to your dimension, to every dimension. How does that sound?
It sounds acceptable.
It sounds almost as good as the season of 87.
It sounds like Jim Jeans.
Using the power of the radio, I will now return us to where we were before. Back to football is a sport.
Is it time to begin again?
Yeah, why don't you count us off?
All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, football.
Welcome back
Welcome back.
to the show. You're probably wondering if you didn't know what this program is all about. Well, I'll bring it to you. You know I'm gonna shout some facts in your face to put you in your place, to give you knowledge without a trace of doubt or surprise or any of that, because we got lots of truth and we got lots of facts on Football is a Sport.
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 Football is a sport. And
Football is a sport.
oh, we're so pleased to be here again. Myself and my co-host are men. You can check if you'd like, but I believe we're men, and we will strike the ball when we fall at the mall. Crackers, juices, consume them all. We are going to return to court and put all of our games in this sport.
Football is a sport.
Football is a sport.
Football is a sport.
Potentially inconclusive.
Football is a sport.
I enjoy playing either way.
Football is a sport.
Num, num, num,
If you're out there and looking for the truth of the world, you know that we have it here. You know that you can come and just sit and listen and not worry about whatever else is going on in your life, whatever problems you might have, whatever things are stressing you out. Just give that up for the next bit of program. Just let the knowledge of football flow over you. Let the playing of football just rub all over your body and just be completely consumed by it. Get ready to be eaten by a giant anthropomorphic football. It's gonna take you into its stomach.
Oh, that sounds
It's
cool.
gonna digest you.
Yum,
And
yum.
when you're done, the only thing you'll be able to think is that
Football
is a sport.
Football is a
Football
sport.
is a sport.
Football is a
Football
sport.
is a sport. Football is a sport.
Let's make it
One more
quiet
time
again.
now. Football is a sport.
Football is a sport. And football is a. How do we say this over and over again? Football is. We hope we're reinforcing the point. Football is a sport. Football is a sport.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to another completely normal and average, run-of-the-mill episode of Football is a Sport.
It is great to see you again.
it
It's
is-
like nothing has changed since we were here last week.
Yeah. Oh, it's been really an uneventful week. I, as always, am Two Normal Jones.
And I am DJness. Hello.
Hello. We're here to just give you all the rundown, see what's going on in the world of football, and, just chat about whatever, and just have a jolly old time.
Yes, we're going to just, do our run-of-the-mill thing. Usually, we occasionally have some topics to discuss. Occasionally, we have a great package delivered from Amazon.com.
What a
from
great company.
Our lovely grandmother, is that her? Oh, it's always great to get a package from her.
It sure is.
Or a message from LinkedIn Whole Wheat.
DJness is dodging a little bit here. We're trying to make it seem like everything is normal, but the truth is something very special is happening, and that is that it is DJness' birthday.
Oh, you didn't have to. Oh, you didn't. You didn't.
I felt it necessary for the viewers to know. D. Janus, he puts his heart and his soul into this program because he cares about the show and he cares about you listeners. And so he tends to, shy away from things like that. He doesn't want to talk about himself so much. But it is his birthday. All you viewers out there, if you're listening, give him a round of applause for having made it another year.
Oh, and I'd like to thank you two, Normal Jones, for being my co-host year after year on this great program, Football is a Sport, on WMUC. It is always great to be here, having this great program and thinking about the most important question that could possibly come up in our lifetimes. Is football a sport or not sport?
And, of course, all you loyal listeners that are out there will know our respective stances on that issue. But just to remind, I say, of course, without a doubt, football is a sport.
And I tend to be the more skeptical personality. I usually believe that it is inconclusive. There have been occasions where I, perhaps... may have admitted football to being a sport.
In times of great emotional triumph
Of
or
course.
distress.
And I do believe that football possesses a variability where it can transform from being a sport one moment to being a not sport another moment to being a sprot. And I do believe that overall it is inconclusive. And I'd say I lean most heavily toward Camp Sprott. If it was the summertime and I was planning to go to a summer camp, I would usually attend Camp Sprott. I enjoy the cabins, the tuition fees are fairly low, and the dining hall is filled with inconclusivity.
Yes, unfortunately, this is a full-time job hosting this program. Neither myself nor D. Janus has been able to go to summer camp in quite some time because we can't take time off from the program. We spend a lot of the week working on, editing and making sure that fact-checking, verifying everything that we say before it's brought to you. We don't want to mislead anybody. We certainly don't want to give any false information out. So we spend a lot of the week just researching, fact-checking, making sure that everything is 100% as true as possible for you wonderful listeners out there.
It is very true. And that being said, we could not do this without our crew.
Of course not.
We have an incredible crew backstage with us at WMUC, including our good, long, trusty crew Manning, as well as...
May he rest in peace.
As may he rest in peace, as well as Brad.
Yes, both of those and the rest of the crew, really top-notch. You listeners know this. We talk about the crew all the time because we're just so in admiration and awe in all that they do. We say that we work a lot on the program, but they're there behind the scenes, making our orbiting radio station keep orbiting, keep flying, and just making sure that everything is smooth. We want to make sure the mics are always working.
Of course, that there are no situations where there's a faulty mic or a mic that sounds all distorted for some reason.
Never has that ever happened.
It has never happened in the history of Football is a Sport.
Never have we yelled a little too loud and had the sound clip.
Oh, of course not. Impeccable audio editing abilities.
Never has there been just dead air at all. We've always been able to make sure that the editing jumps quickly from one segment to the next. Never have we been fumbling around to find a song to play. And
never.
Of course, because of the great help from Songman Kim.
Of course. Maybe we will see him a little bit later. I think it is possible that we could run into any of our old friends on this program.
I think it is very likely because it is just another average run-of-the-mill episode of Football is a Sport here, other than the fact that it's D. Janus' birthday.
Other than the fact, maybe they'll all show up to wish me a happy birthday.
Maybe they will.
That would be very nice. But I would like to give a special plug right now.
Please do.
A special plug to something that is near and dear to my heart. Something that I don't think we would be able to do this program without. It is very special. It has transformed our lives. I will have to say that without it, it is something we nearly named the program after it because it is almost as important as football.
That's a true story.
And it is Amazon.com, which gave us this important book called How to Radio with Spirit. It is an excellent book, and by reading this book, we have learned all of our great techniques. That is how we have had such a seamless program for all of these years, is How to Radio with Spirit. I don't know who the author is, but I do know that the book was purchased on Amazon.com.
That's right. It showed up mysteriously on our doorstep of our space station radio station one day, and
All those years ago, yes.
we knew it came from Amazon, and we knew that we had to do something. We had to go forward and make this radio program happen.
Yes, during I think it was one of our first programs, we had just met, we had just escaped the Amazon.com facilities.
That's right.
And we began our program. You were kicked out of your house because of a prophecy, and your parents just wanted to do it more often.
That's right.
And I left my home as well. And then we started doing this program, and it was tough at first. We'd never done programs like this before.
No one had, really.
No, I don't think so at all. But then this book showed up. And How to Radio with Spirit and the receipt. That is how we knew it was the receipt. It said, delivered by Amazon.com. No return address. The only address that we could potentially send it back to was an Amazon.com shipping center.
Which, of course, we had just very recently been to and caused a fire in.
Yes, but we don't know who sent it. Maybe Amazon.com sent it. Is that a thing?
It could be.
That Amazon sends the package? Even, like, Amazon is the sender. Amazon is not just the middleman that you order from and you get delivered, but it's like, oh, Amazon bought you a birthday gift.
And that's always been in the back of my mind as we've done this program. And for a while, Amazon was maybe sort of an unofficial sponsor of the show. We talked about it all the time. We raved about it. Of course, loyal listeners will know that within the past year, we've gotten Amazon as a full actual sponsor, so we do actually have to talk about them now.
Yes, and we do love Amazon.com, as you may seem to see us describe.
And listeners, you may have noticed that up till now that most of the program has consisted of us thanking people, but we do have one more sponsor to thank.
Oh, yes, we do.
And that is Giant Brand Honey, pure clover, grade A product of the USA. Longtime listeners again will remember that we in the past had a different honey sponsor that didn't work out too well because turned out that their CEO was a ruthless manatee who had the in for us. So we dropped that eventually after a whole series of events. But we can't give up our honey because, DJ Ennis and I, we really love honey.
We love honey.
After having eaten it on this program every week for years, we just can't live without it. So we are, of course, going to do a little sample. Let me give this a little taste just to see how it is.
All right, let's see. Which method are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing the squeeze and hold.
Oh, the squeeze and hold. Oh, look at that technique.
That lets you get a lot of honey in your mouth at one time.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. That has an interest. I guess that's the clover. It's sort of an interesting flavor to it. It's not, Gold Emblem was 100% pure honey. This, I guess, has clover in it, which is not honey. It's something different from honey. And it gives it just a little buzz. Here, DJ Ennis.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, let's see. I do my traditional method. This is the squeeze and lick. I'm going to open up the honey, and I'm going to do a little squeeze. You see the squeeze? The honey's coming out. It's coming out. Oh, it just made a little bubble. Oh, what a good bubble. All right. We're pouring the honey now. The honey is coming, and I squeeze it. Oh, it got on my face. Oh.
That's just poor technique, DJ Ennis. You've made a mess all over yourself. It just dripped on your pants.
Oh, please forgive me. Please forgive me, honey sponsors.
Yeah, Giant Brand Honey, know that we do this only because we love your honey, that we spill it all over our bodies.
It is quite a normal day for us at Footballers of Sport, and my technique is rusty. Let's try that one more time.
Sure.
And actually, hold on. Can you open up How to Radio with Spirit?
And
can you open up the chapter about how to do a taste test of the sponsor's product?
That's right. I think I remember.
It was chapter 7 somewhere.
Chapter 7? Okay. Oh yeah, here it is. How to sample a sponsor's product. When sampling the product of a sponsor, be sure to keep a positive attitude. Yeah, we know that, even if the product is not good, which this is not that case. The product is very good. I can attest to. Jane is going to
It
attest.
says quality guaranteed or
It
your
is
money back.
quality. Let's see. Sample often and sample liberally. So when I sampled, I had a whole bunch of honey. That's the main advantage of the squeeze and hold method. You just squeeze it above your head and just hold it and just let it fall into your mouth. Whereas the squeeze and lick, I feel like you don't maybe get as much of a volume.
Not necessarily, or it makes a little bit more of a mess. But let me try. Let me apply liberally again. Have a
yeah.
positive attitude.
Try it liberally.
Okay, so I'm squeezing. I'm not.
Oh, it also says to talk in a raised volume so that the viewers really get a sense of what you're experiencing.
All right, I am squeezing the honey on my birthday.
Oh, hang on. It also says use a high-pitched voice so that the bandwidth of the radio signal is more likely to pick it up.
I don't know how high my voice can go. Let me try. I am squeezing the honey into my mouth.
Probably be a little louder.
Ah! A much better technique. That book, I tell you. That is ingenious.
It also says as an optional step, you can, after sampling the product, just give a short couplet about your experience.
Giant honey. Pure clover. Boy, am I sad. That squeeze and lick is over.
Thank you very much for that. And thank you very much, Giant Brand Honey. All right, listeners, we've moved past all the thanking, all the sponsorship.
Let's give a little air horn for the thanking.
Yeah, thank you. We're going to move on to what everybody's here for. We're going to talk about some football.
Of course.
Talk about some football. You know, it's been a pretty average run-of-the-mill season, honestly. You know, the football sports are ahead in the standings, as they tend to be.
As usual, not sports in second place.
In second place, we, of course, have been seeing some pretty good strides made by the curling football team. Of course, the team of football players comprised of people from the Flying Saucer Curling Planet.
Curls Barkley is having a career season.
He definitely is. He's really picked up. I feel like his first couple seasons were a little shaky since, you know, the mechanizations of playing football are a little different than playing curling.
He's really come into his own,
He
though.
definitely has, as team captain of the curling balls, leading all the other curlers. To third place.
Third place.
Solid
in the
third
standings.
place after the sports and the not sports. Still ahead of the majority of the league. So good on you, Curls.
Yes, and in the snack division, we have the Juices leading the Crackers by just a couple of games.
Yes, and of course it has been going back and forth all season. The Juices and the
People are going,
Crackers.
Juices, Crackers, Juices, Crackers,
Mortal
Juices, Crackers.
enemies till the end, even if it's more of a friendly rivalry now.
Yes,
than
now
an
that they're
actual
friendly, now they've
bloodthirsty
made
war.
peace.
They've really been able to channel their historical anger towards each other into a more constructive and entertaining fashion.
Yes, I would say so. I do enjoy watching the Juices up against the Crackers. The Juices moisten the Crackers salten the Juices, and they both play a hell of a game of
most
football.
Certainly do.
And speaking of football, it looks like we have a visitor. Is that our president?
Yes, it is. Hey, how's
Welcome back to
everybody?
the program.
Oh, thank you very much.
I feel like it's been a while since you visited.
I know. It's actually, it has been a while. It's so good to see you guys. It's been, I don't know how I got here. I did some sort of some hypnotism type thing, and I can't remember what the past 5 years like. I can't remember anything. Could you bring me up to speed? Like what has gone on?
So
It's my birthday.
Oh my gosh!
it is,
Happy
of
birthday!
course, Janus'
Thank you,
birthday.
thank you.
What is the last thing you remember?
Well, I was in the bathroom in the football headquarters,
Okay.
and there was no more soap in the dispenser, so I used one of the urinal cakes to wash my hands. And
I
that,
love cake. It's my birthday.
wow. Well, let me tell you something. The urinal cakes at the football headquarters, they if you've had a couple of puffs, you know, it would seem like a a cake.
Yes.
But I lost. I that's all I remember. I can't. I just eat it. You know, washing my hands with the urinal cake, and I here I am now.
So if I remember correctly, I think I saw this in the news. Doris actually came across your unconscious body in the football headquarters.
Oh yeah.
Picked you up and just held you.
Oh, that's what I tried to break back in because I lost my job because I went crazy. Oh yes.
Yeah, Doris had been working for the new football president,
Mr. Clumps.
Mr. Clumps. Yes, that's correct.
Do I hate him?
I'm not quite sure.
I think your relationship got a little bit more amenable towards the end there.
I think it improved at some point. I don't exactly remember how. I remember you were on trial, but as far as I know, I think you're on okay terms. I think you and Seymour, you know, you've had your differences, but at the same time, you're old friends, and that ultimately wins out in the end.
That's right. We're karate buddies. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
That's nice. That's nice to be able to, you know, make up with past enemies.
You were
like
kids when you did karate, right? You were karate buddies as kids?
Karate buddies as kids, and if maybe we'll continue our karate relationship. You know, bring it into the modern age now because it was a long time ago. We're both well into our 70s.
Yes.
And the karate buddies. It almost sounds like you should have a film about that. The karate buddies who are kids.
I don't know. I think buddies is like a little bit too long of an. Maybe like karate buds.
It could be.
The karate bud. I don't know.
Or I like the karate kids. Not a single kid, but multiple kids. Like all of these kids doing karate. I think it would be an easy movie to film in that you don't even need a plot. You just need a class where kids pay to do karate. And it's like, oh, it's the karate kids again. What are they going to be up to? Oh, they're learning their brown belt lesson tonight. Oh, what a great film.
I think you might be onto something there.
We should get Dire Straits to do the soundtrack.
Oh, that
yeah.
would be great. I do love Dire Straits, though I do not like being in Dire Straits. I'm glad I left.
No, yes, yeah. It's good. It's a distinction right there. It's very important to draw.
Of course.
Yes.
Now, President.
Yes.
I know that I believe the rumor is that you and Seymour are co-presidents now.
Oh, that's right. I remember the paperwork. They brought me the paperwork while I was in bed that one time. And
That's
Doris,
the best place to do paperwork.
yeah, Doris took my hand and moved it. So she said I signed it. I signed the paperwork. Co-presidents now. Oh, it's all coming back to me. That's why my bed seems so small. There was someone else in it.
You've been sharing bed?
You've been sharing a bed with Seymour?
I thought it was Doris all along, but I forgot that she sleeps in the doghouse.
Doris is rather plump.
It's very true. It's my fault though.
But Seymour, you two have been bedding together.
I guess so. Like I said, all this is very slowly coming back to me.
It is quite a surprise. I would have to say, if I was going to react in any way, I would probably say, oh my goodness,
Probably.
that they're together.
Well, so of course the other major event that's happened over the past couple years, if you don't remember this, is the creation of the Magic Football League, sort of an offshoot of the main football league. It's not very recognized by most people, but you know, because people started gaining all these weird magical powers out of nowhere, like some sort of huge magical explosion of energy just started leaking magic out in the world for some reason. They formed their own football league, and they've just been playing football against each other, but with magic.
Yes, they've been doing some great magical work.
If you ask me, honestly, once you incorporate magic into the whole thing, it's not a sport anymore. It's not sporting. It's more like a video game at that point.
Yeah, I would say I don't really consider magic to be a sport. I know there are some people who are very, very into magic and will even, compete with magic. But I don't know. I think football and magic are slightly different. I think football is a little sweatier. As well, magic. How do I describe magic? Well, I believe that football is played with men, and magic is played with, men who I'm not quite sure are men, like mana. Like magic is played with mana.
Well, can I tell you a quick story about magic myself?
Please do.
See, when I was a little kid, my Uncle Boney, he said, "Let me show you a magic trick," and he handed me this sword. Okay, it was a machote.
You had a machote. Wow.
He handed me the machote, and he was like, and he said, President. See, he indulged me back then. He called me president
Because he knew of your lifelong dream.
Exactly. He said, President, you take the machote and you throw it up in the air, and then you catch it with your palm.
Is that magic?
As in
Is
the
that what-
device? As in the mobile device, or like your hand?
The hand palm.
Oh.
Okay.
Because the machote is a magic. It's magic. It's a magic. It's a magical sword. A magical sword, and it falls between the air pockets in your hand, in your palm, in your palm hand, in your hand. So I threw up the machote, and it went right into my palm. And Uncle Boney, he said, "Ha ha! You got bitten by the magic."
Are you telling me that you can do magic then?
And that you have an uncle?
I haven't, Uncle Boney. I can't do magic though. That's the thing.
okay.
Magic
was gonna
is
say.
it's just like a machote getting the sharp part of the machote going.
I actually just have a very strong aversion to magic users of any kind.
Yeah,
you know,
you do?
Well, yeah, and it's something that I've really cultivated over these past years of watching this Magic Football League start. Because I mean, in my opinion, sports should be played with footballs, not fireballs. And once you start getting all that, like, and the teleportation and all that jazz mixed in everything, I don't think it's a real sport anymore at that point. And
I don't think jazz is a real music either.
I don't think so. I think jazz is the magic of music, if you ask me.
I just want a clean game. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when Chad Spunk is on the field,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
goes, "Hey, man, pass it to Spunk." I don't want the
And-
ball to just magically appear in his
I
hands.
want it to get passed.
I want
Exactly.
a pass. Exactly,
And
yes.
so I see those magic users, and it just it's really just a hatred that's spread to all users of any kind of magic. You know, even to the lowliest stage magician who's just on stage, you know, chopping his girlfriend in half or whatever. I hate to watch that. A clown doing a balloon animal, even that's a little too
That's
much.
disgusting.
That's too much voodoo
How does
for
a
me.
clown do a balloon animal?
You know, when they take a balloon and then they just like shove it into an animal and then the animal starts flying.
Oh, a clown fornicating its own balloon animals.
Yeah.
Ooh. One magic thing that I do like, though, and the football universe likes it, is the cannonball roll. Is when Doris turns into a blueberry during the halftime show, and
Oh.
she rolls up and down the field
Well,
while the rap songs play.
of course I love that.
Everyone loves that.
Of course I love it, but Doris is like a treasure. Like Doris is just such
I
a
know.
treat to watch her do anything. Her national anthem always kills it, which is why she sings the national anthem
know.
for
Yes.
every football
I
game now.
know.
And just watching her do her halftime shows,
I know.
yeah.
I know.
Oh no, well I'm just yeah.
You're right.
Roll.
Okay, great.
Speaking of that role, President, do you have any tips of the week for our players as they head out onto the field? Even the Magic players. I think everyone could use a good tip.
Wow. Beyond not eating, you're using the urinal cakes in the bathrooms to wash your hands. That's bad. Another tip that I have is don't smoke. Sounds so simple.
Really?
I say
Don't smoke?
Sausages? Don't smoke sausages?
don't smoke anything. I'm talking about meats. I'm talking about salmons. I'm talking about
What about Eve the bear? Don't smoke Eve the bear?
well,
What if you are a messianic figure who can happen to walk on water but also has a smoking habit? Should you smoke on the water?
well, to the bear and the smoke I fuck those. Fuck them.
All right. Fuck bears. You heard it from the president here. Fuck a bear. And you'll become much better at football.
Speaking of fuck, it looked like another friend has shown up. One who is apparently very feisty, especially with ice cream. Listeners, if you do not remember him from last week, it is the tall old man. Hello.
Hello. Well, I'm not a tall old man yet,
I'm a short young man.
Wait.
But someday, I hope I can be a tall old man.
What happened? You are a third of your normal size, and your
Well-
voice is 3 octaves higher.
I don't really know. I guess that's how time works. I guess when time goes in a direction, you get older and taller.
Time hasn't moved at all. We saw you last week, and you were your same tall old man. You had an ice cream
Well, I
cone
don't
on your
really
penis.
know. I don't understand these things. I'm still just a young man, and I'm naive, and I'm looking to learn about things in the world, and sow my wild oats and learn and grow up to be a tall old man one day. I hope maybe I can meet an uncle who could make me be a tall old man like I want to be.
Wow.
Great words from the young small man.
It may be my birthday, which makes this not a normal day, but that is not the only thing that's not normal today. You are normally a crotchety, tall old man.
Well, I know I'm not crotchety yet. Now I'm just really nice to my friends. I like to play video games and I still like ice cream, but I only like it as a friend. I don't feel any sexual feelings toward it yet.
DJ Ennis, I feel like something strange is going on.
Yes.
I can't quite put my finger on it because I was pretty sure that this was just a normal run-of-the-mill day of the week and nothing strange was happening. But President of Football couldn't remember the past couple years. The tall old man is now a small young man.
It's my birthday. I
apparently
never
it's-
have a birthday.
Yeah, apparently it's your birthday, but I've
It's
never
my
known
first
how old
birthday.
you are.
I am 1 year old, or at least this is my first birthday.
I've literally never been sure of how old you are or where
I'm
you
still
come
not
from.
sure. But
How could it be your birthday?
Are you 1 year old exactly? Or are you 1 1/4? Or 1 2/4?
hold on, we know how to do this.
1 5/8?
No, I believe I'm.
One in a desk and one in a microphone and one in a DJ's
To
butt.
clarify, I am actually 1 and 1 fish.
Oh, that's really close to 1. I don't think you're 1 in 350 seconds yet. But I didn't learn my fractions because I'm only in not 3rd grade.
Every day I get older and more jaded with these youngsters.
You know what I say? Every day I get older and football stays the same.
It does.
I love football. It's what all my favorite players play, like the president of football. And
He's right here. Did you know that you are standing right next to the president?
Ooh, golly
right.
jeez,
Kiss my big toe.
wowie,
Kiss it.
zowie, magoo-wee. This is so exciting. Can I have a kiss?
Kiss my big toe. Kiss it. Come on.
Mwah.
That's good.
I feel so lucky I got to kiss the president.
Now, short young man, if that's what we're calling you now, do you play in a, young person's football league? Or do they call it the Pop Warmer? The Pop Warmer Football League? Or
Yeah.
the BG Pee Wee Football League? Do you play in either of those?
I play in the Sop Barber Football League. The Sop Barber Football League.
What are you saying about my barber?
I play.
He does an excellent job. Look at this muff.
He has a football league named after him, your barber.
Yes.
And we play with banners. We play with banners are tied around our shoulders, and you have to tug on the banners. It's very, very sexual to
What?
the old men who watch it.
Janer, that's the Cactus League in the desert where they play with the cactuses, the cacti as
Yeah,
the
we have to catch the cactuses.
as the
You have
zones.
to throw it. Sometimes the cactuses, they get stuck to your hand and you can't throw it, and you get backed.
You get backed?
Yeah,
It just gets stuck?
yeah, you get backed. It's when someone jumps on your back and you have to carry them around the whole field 49 times.
Well, that does sound like a lot of times, and, maybe that is a better solution than forcing people to sign a petition in order to have things happen.
Yeah, but, I mean, the Sup Barber Football League, we don't play by the rules that all you 3 to 4%ers play with. We play it for the lanes and avenues.
Wait a minute. What are you referring to when you say 3 to 4%ers?
Well, the 3 to 4%ers who actually are allowed to play football.
Well, that's just the statistics of who ends up making the team. If not, we would have teams filled with millions of people. And I think that's just called an international war.
Yeah, I think that's just because everyone wants to play football, but it's probably for the best. I mean, the 3 to 4%ers, they're the football creators.
Hey, Short
They
Young.
create footballs for the rest of us.
Hey, Short Young. Want to hear a joke?
Of course, President of Football. I love to hear a joke.
Why was 3 afraid of 4?
I don't know what.
'Cause 7, 8, 9.
Oh, my goodness.
You are correct, President. President, you are correct using that Southern slang. 7 ain't 9. You made a fact there. 7 is not 9 according to basic math. I don't know how old I am, but I know that 7 ain't 9.
You heard it here, folks.
We're all about learning on Football
We
as a
are
Sport.
about learning. We're learning a lot. We're learning about math. We're learning about the Pee-wee football cactus leagues.
If we haven't stated that already, we love learning, and Amazon.com allows us to learn.
Hey, it's Franklin.
Hey, everybody.
What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was we have a little soundboard that begins that's how we get our fun horn noises. And that soundboard
Noises.
we were actually that soundboard was for the show that is premiering in a few days called Hey, It's Franklin.
That's
Hey,
right.
it's
That's where that sound went. Hey, it's Franklin.
Oh, wow.
We weren't supposed to be
Hey, it's Franklin is actually interesting because the main character Franklin is a magic user,
Yes, he is a magic user.
which I was staunchly
Coming over
against.
to
As I
play.
listen more of the intro, as I mentioned, I am staunchly against magic and the uses of magic, but it was over my head. You know, the WMEC directors. They went against what my wishes were, which I'm actually a little upset about because I thought I had a pretty long standing here. And what?
Yes.
So, Franklin Jones, can I talk to you about something for a
Hey,
second?
Franklin.
What did you just call me?
To Franklin Jones.
No, my name is Two Normal Jones, and it always has been.
Okay, well, to a normal
shoes
Jones,
on
can I
wrong
talk to
feet,
you about
Franklin.
something?
Please do.
Have you ever read the books Scary Knotter?
Is that about the guy who runs around and like cuts the knots out of trees and then like scares kids with them?
Precisely.
Yeah,
of
Did you kn-
Did you get that book
know
from
they
Amazon.com?
use the magics to scare the children?
No, it wasn't magic though. It was just like he cut. Oh my God, he did use magic. He cut it out,
did!
and then he like made them fly at the kids.
Yeah.
I assumed it was just throwing, but now that I think about it, it was like levitation magic.
He was one of those magic buttholes.
Yeah, this is just more evidence that magic is not good for football.
Have you ever met a magic butthole?
I haven't. I'm only a young, small man. I've only gone between the school cool and my parents' house.
How far is that?
I don't know, but it's uphill both ways in the snow, and we have bare feet.
Didn't you just get finished saying about how you live in the desert?
And you know a magic butthole?
Yeah, well, we have snow deserts too, but I've never seen a magic butthole. I've never even seen New Dorp, New Newark.
I become increasingly jaded with these young people.
Yeah, kids these days, I don't know. They just like they give up on the sanctity of football. I feel like like
With their books about magic that they potentially ordered from Amazon.com.
yeah. This whole 3 to 4% thing is just like a continuation of underlying distrust that people have of football these days.
Did you know that when you sign the terms and conditions whenever you order something from Amazon.com, in those terms and conditions, I know nobody ever reads them, it says, I will not use Amazon.com for the purposes of being a magic butthole.
That's true. It actually says it like 10 times spread throughout the entire
So,
thing.
young short man, be careful, because if you continue misusing Amazon.com to purchase these blasphemous books, the Amazon.com police could come after you, like they did in our origin story.
Good thing my parents won't let me use Amazon.com, because you have to be 18 or older, 18 feet or older to sign the terms and conditions, which is a good thing, because I like writing and reading and arithmetica. So I really would have read those terms and conditions.
Well, I'm glad that you know all those things. You will be a fine Amazon.com user someday when you grow a little bit.
Golly!
You have yet to learn the wonders of one-click ordering. Pretty much, you decide on the item you want, you put it in your cart, or as I say, a QU. You put it in the QU, and then with one click, it's ordered. Amazon knows exactly where to send it, exactly, what your credit card information is, and what the expiration date and security code are, and it just arrives 5 to 8 days later if you want to get free shipping.
I hear they're actually working on a zero-click ordering system where
my goodness.
You log on to Amazon.com and based off of all the other things that like are in your browser history and things like that, it figures out what you want and just it arrives out of your computer.
Technology
the
is
CD-ROM
incredible.
drive slides out and boop, there's a gardening plant.
There it is.
To Amazon Jones,
No.
can I ask you a question?
My name is literally Too Normal Jones, and it always has been.
Well, I'll tell you what, Too Literal Jones. Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
With the zero-click ordering, would I be able to order being tall and old?
Well, if your browser history reflects that, but you got to be careful.
It sounds like something a magic butthole would do.
That does. You're right. You got to be careful with the zero-click ordering because it is able to know truths about you that maybe you don't even know, and it's able to go through your own inner psyche based on everything you do on the internet and decide what it is you truly want. So you may think that what you want is to become taller and older, but what you might actually want is like a anal dildo. And that's just really what you want deep down.
I really want an anal dildo, so I hope I get that instead of being tall and old.
Well, maybe you will, but unfortunately zero-click ordering isn't implemented.
If I'm tall and old, I think I'd be so tall that there wouldn't be an anal dildo for my not magic butthole.
I don't know. I guess there would be one. It just would only go partially the way through and therefore not satisfying the requirements of a dildo.
Play the drums with them. One drumstick.
Like the dessert?
Sure.
There's ice cream and a drumstick.
There's a lot of things in the drumstick.
Oh, short young man, please do not get started on ice cream. When you get older, you may develop an affinity for it in more ways than one.
Pretty much only the one, actually.
I guess
not
that's
like
true.
The normal
The
way
tall
that
old
you would
man has
think.
never even eaten ice cream. He just goes to the
goes-
Golden Corral
He just
and
goes like to town.
and just eats
What town?
other things.
You'll
2 towns, Jones.
you'll figure it out once you've put your dick in ice cream.
Yes.
What is a dick?
How-
That's also in the terms and conditions of the Amazon.com agreement.
Okay.
I feel like as young as you are, you still seem old enough to be aware of like your own body and what a penis is.
Well, I can't really see down because I have these ruddy cheeks and ruddy bellies and ruddy butt cheeks. I'm just only focused on the scary knobber books
And think about
and
it. He is a
football
reader of
and
magic.
presidents.
Perhaps he has been affected by magic. Maybe magic has made you into a youngling. A young, naive, directionless young person.
Oh, maybe magic is what caused the president to lose his memories, and maybe some sort of birthday magic is what caused you to have a birthday.
Oh my goodness, a magic birthday. Well, in that case, maybe I should have a little more magic in my life. I love birthdays. It's my first one. It's my first birthday. If we ever took a home video of this broadcast, it would be called D. Janus's first birthday.
And we would watch it every year
And
on the day that we assume is now your birthday.
yes, and I would say I've already received a few presents. One would be this excellent giant honey, pure clover, calories 60, as well as that book.
60 calories. That's like 60 small presents.
It's true, 60 small presents. That book we received all that time ago from Amazon.com. How to Radio with Spirit, an amazing book. It's been incredible for our journey. And, if I haven't had a birthday up until now, I consider all these things to be birthday presents. President, you're my birthday present.
I am, but I also have a birthday present for you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What is it? Is it in
Well-
your package?
Well, yes and no. Well, you remember Ronnie Smell, the Chancellor of Greek Food?
Oh, yes, I do. I remember from one of your announcements.
He makes the finest rice balls in all of the football universe. Wow, are they good?
Oh, I would say so. They are excellent. Can I get an air horn? Thank you.
That is your present.
Do you have them, or
Wait,
are you
the
just speaking
person
hypotheticals?
Or the rice balls? Or just that information?
Is that information the present? We're all about learning things on Football as a Sport.
Well, the present is on your next birthday when you turn tuna fish. Tuna fish. You get a half a rice ball for free on the house, courtesy of Presidential Football.
So you're saying when I'm tuna fish, I get a rice ball?
Yep, that is the deal.
Sounds like I really want to be tuna fish soon.
D. Janus, if we're doing presents now, I also actually have something for you. I was gonna wait, but I can't wait anymore.
Oh, you've been
It's
here the
really
whole
exciting.
time. I've known that you've had your presence here all along.
No, but you misunderstand. I have gifts for you.
Oh, like your ability to talk so eloquently on the radio and be my co-host. I'd say that is a talent,
No,
a
no,
gift, mind you.
You're still misunderstanding. I have acquired something that I would like you to now own.
I don't want herpes. Get away.
No, here. Let me just give it to you so that this whole bit can end.
Oh, so now we're...
Oh my god. Anyway, I'm just gonna go into the spiel. You may remember a couple of years ago in one of the earlier seasons of our program, we had a skull hanging on in the studio.
Yes, it was the School of Football Johnson.
Of course, yes, and that all that entails. I thought it was really something that really brought the whole show together and brought the studio together. And I
yes,
thought
it tied the room together.
it's in a way it's sort of a joint present because I think I'm getting something out of this as well. But it's actually I have a pair of skulls, and I want you to have one. I went through a lot. The skull black market, as you know, is hopping these days, and I went through some back channels and things. I know some people who know some people, that whole sort of thing. But I got these skulls that they have sort of an interesting history to them. It's said that at one point they were uncles, and they were uncles that also were the host of their own program.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and I thought it would be nice if we had that. We could each have our own. There's two of them.
We each get a skull, one host per host.
That's right. This one, I'm pretty sure the guy said his name was Chunky, and I want you to have that one.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Too Normal Jones. That is too kind of you.
And this one is mine. His name was B.
B. As in B and uncle.
Just like that, yeah. That's
And chunky,
actually,
as in a really chunky uncle.
funny story, when he said their names, I said those exact things back to him. I said,
Oh, my goodness.
B, like B and uncle, and he didn't laugh. I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny, and I thought it was pretty funny when you just said it, but he didn't get it. I don't know. Some people, right?
Of
So,
course.
yeah, we can hang those on our respective sides of the studio, maybe, like, looking across at each other.
Yes, I'll hang mine. I'll go in the back corner. I'm going to go to the back corner. And I hung it up.
Okay, yeah.
You want to hang yours in
Yeah,
your back
sure.
corner?
I'm walking across the room over to the corner, and now it's hung up. And great, look at that.
Those look beautiful.
Yeah, they look really good.
yeah.
I think, like I said, I think skulls really can help to tie everything together. And, skulls have sort of a spiritual power to them. It's different than a magical power because there's no like raw, direct magic that you can draw out of them. But it's like
Skulls and bones will break.
Is that how the
Skulls-
phrase goes? Skulls and
Skulls
bones
and
will
bones
break
will-
my stones, but football may or may not be a sport.
that is, of course, a well-known saying. And so I just thought they would maybe help, give us a sense of clarity, especially since they at one time were hosts, and so maybe they'll help us with our radio spirit.
That would be absolutely beautiful. You have something to say, short,
Yeah.
young, naive man who terms
Well,
and
I
conditions,
do.
magic butthole. I'm just
Yeah.
naming descriptors now, but you
Well-
know who you are.
Well, I didn't know it was your birthday. I just got dropped you off at this intergalactic radio thing by my mommy.
This intergalactic planetarium.
Yeah! And, well, I've just been so moved by what 2 terms and conditions and president of football have done for your birthday that I want to give you a present too.
What is that?
Well, two, what is that? Jones's presents were skulls. Well, I got you something special because, as you know, I'm from the snow desert.
Yes, I know that.
That's one of the things that we've learned on this program.
I guess we know that now.
Yeah, well, a long time ago in the snow desert, there was...
Were there any snow dogs in the snow desert?
Yeah, there were snow dogs, and...
Were there things and then there were snow dogs in addition, so you could say there were snow dogs too?
Well, there was actually... There was Cuba Good Things Jr. in the desert with my community of men.
Hang on, are you telling me that you come from snow country for tall old men?
Well, yeah, because there's no tall old men where I'm from, just young people, small, naive young people who are short like me.
So wait, what's your present?
Yeah, I want to know now.
Okay, well,
I want to know. Could you show me?
2 Whitesnakes Jones got you skulls, and I want to get you something that's from my culture in the snow desert. So I got you a skirl.
A skirl? Is that a skirt and a girl? Or a
No.
skull and a girl?
It is-
Or a skirl and a squirrel? Or a squirrel and a squash? Or a squash and more squash that you could put in ravioli?
Well, I'm not sure, but I don't think it's either of those things. 'Cause I'm so young and naive, I don't understand how the world works yet.
Oh,
But-
you do not, and someday you will fail, unlike my generation.
All I know is that it's spelled SCURLS. So it's like skull and curl put together. And so I don't know that much about it, but they say there were these flat things that were circular that came from the sky. And they just came, they tried to give us some other kind of sport that wasn't football, and nobody liked it. And we didn't want their other sport, because all we wanted is football. So we just killed them, and we have their skulls, their skirls, I should say now.
Killed the flying saucers?
Well, I guess that's what you would call them, because they were flying, and they're kind of like the kind of dish that you put a teacup on. So I guess you would call them flying saucers, but we didn't like them, and we rejected them.
Unless we're just learning about school of competitive plates. I'm pretty sure those were flying saucers.
Yeah, and the Flying Saucers have been pretty on board with football recently.
Yeah, I'd say they've been pretty chillin' down for blunts.
Don't believe them. They have a secret that dates back for generations.
What are you talking about? You're young and naive.
Well, I don't know what just came over me then. All I saw was ice cream, and then I just went away, and something possessed my body, like some sort of old sort of knowledge, like some sort of magic.
magic. It's almost as if you are gathering magic somehow.
So what you're telling me is that A, you murdered a bunch of innocent flying saucers.
I didn't do that. My ancestors did.
Your ancestors did, but you come from a line of...
My ancestors.
Oh, you have ants!
Okay, I honestly don't know
Oh,
what you're
do you have
saying.
uncles as
His
well?
pants.
Well, I don't know. We're very isolated out in the snow desert.
Well, that would make sense. Ice and snow. Isolated. It was a pun, but also an assumption that I would assume was logical.
Ice-snow-lated?
Yeah.
That you one up to me. Very good. Very good.
Isolated. Isolated.
Yeah.
Okay, now we just went back a step.
2 steps forward, forget it.
As
Two
I was
steps
saying
forward.
before, I just wanted you to have this skull for your birthday so we could get the dark magic away from my household.
Very interesting. Short, young, tall, old man boy. I don't know who you are right now.
I don't know what I am.
Well, how about this? How about we take a little break?
That's what I was about to say.
I will admire all of my gifts and I will hang up them. I will take this skull and I will do something fun with it, I guess. But then when we come back, we can think more about these strange things happening to you. Being, I don't know, old and then young and then reading magical books and not being old enough to order on Amazon. Oh, unless that's how you ordered on Amazon.com. You were overtaken by oldness and suddenly you got past the terms and conditions.
I don't understand. Help me
Well-
with football.
Well, let's talk about it after the break. Let's hang up this skull. I'm going to hang it right over there.
Let's see if we can get Songman Kim to cue up some music for the break.
It doesn't look like he wants to talk, but it looks like he, behind the scenes, is going to cue up a song. So thank you, Songman.
Songman.
And we will be right back, because this is Football is a Sport.
On WMCW.
And we're back. Hello.
Welcome back to Football as a Sport.
We're back on Football is a Sport, and it's my birthday.
It is sports fans. We're here. Thank you. We're here to talk about football. Talk about just the world as a whole. Football is in the name of the show, but that doesn't mean that that's all we're about here. We're about learning. We're about exploration. We're about giving. And we're about caring. And we're about sharing. And we're about feeling. And we're about dealing out wicked doses of information. That is. We want to really relate to you in all aspects of life.
It is very, very true. And I think in order to remind our listeners what we do, if they haven't been tuning in for a few weeks or, have just kind of forgot what we're all about, I think it would be good if we did a poem of sorts. And perhaps, maybe since we have the president here, as well as the short, tall, young, old man, child. I don't know who you are anymore, but I still think you are equally misguided. Maybe we can do some sort of a round poem where, perhaps, to Normal Jones, you have a line or two, and then we pass it around, and then we go round and round, almost like in football tournament language, they call that a round robin.
Yeah, we could do a round robin poem.
But I've never eaten at round robin because I heard it gives me the poopies.
Luckily I have prepared with me today just a couple lines and then nothing and then a couple more lines of a poem. I have that already written out.
Oh, excellent,
so
excellent.
I can get that out and just read my bits in between everybody else's bits.
That would be lovely. I think it would be I don't know if we've ever done this on Football as a Sport before, but a collaborative poem. I think incorporating our special guests and good friends who can also appreciate what we do, our spirit of learning and loving, how football is love and football is life, and how football also, according to some people, may be a sport. I personally think it's inconclusive. But let's make a poem. I think we can together create something beautiful.
Yeah, I have it right here. My portions of a poem here are called Return. When you go back to the start, you can really feel just a sense of normalcy, complacency, and decency. But it also feels like everything's changed.
Shalt I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate.
I must admit, I forgot what the poem was about.
Me too.
Seeing the faces of the people that you feel like you once knew but don't know anymore, start to wonder if anything can ever be the same.
Thou art more lovely than a summer's day, and summer's day has all too short a date.
Stash, crash, cush, mush, bush, dush, tush, shush, mush.
I enjoy crackers on the party.
The world just looks and feels different somehow. It's the same as it was when you woke up, but it's not right.
Sometime too hot the eye of Shevin shines, and often is his school complexion dimmed.
Sometimes when I'm tired, I eat a lot of food because I can go to sleep on a full stomach.
Me, not so much. I have to keep eating and eating. And that is why I must exercise my brain to lose calories. That was the end of that thought.
Football is a sport.
No, it's not a song, it's a poem.
Sorry. I have that song on my iPod.
You have an iPod?
Yep.
If no one objects, I can just finish off this poem here.
Finish it up!
Finish off. This is the ending of Return here. Look around and feel that what you've taken for granted isn't real. Open your eyes to the thoughts of life. Take it all in. Don't even think twice about what the world used to be, but think about what tomorrow could mean.
Can I take one more verse when he's done?
What
And is the beginning.
is a stealer?
What is a stealer?
Sorry, I just wanted to interject.
No, that's fine. That was the end.
I used to be just a president all by myself on the throne. And then someone came and I took half of my bed, half of my throne. Now I share the presidency with somebody else. I didn't ask for that, but sometimes life throws you a curveball. That's what you gotta deal. You can do it. You are strong. I am strong.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre are at the door.
Return.
Lovely.
Really.
I don't think I've ever done a poem quite like that before.
I don't think I have either.
And now, I feel like we're all a little bit closer. You know, we've spent a lot of time together on this program, but I feel like through poetry, through the performing arts, through giant pure clover honey, which is a USA product of the grade A amount per serving, we are all learning the special powers of football and the magic powers of football. It is odd still that magic has suddenly become a part of our lives. We look down upon it, but here it is. First in this tall, old, young, weird man. Also in these, this thing that you gave me, this skull. How do you say it?
Girl!
This skull. It's possible that there's magic all around us, and throughout our time on football as a sport, we just haven't realized it.
You know what else is magic?
Who are you? Oh, is that Mr. Martin?
Yes, Doug's.
Leave Martin as I live and breathe.
Me too.
Where have you been? I feel like
Where have you been?
we had a moment of reconciliation, and then you know what? I don't remember what happened to you.
Well,
I feel like there are gaps in my memory too now.
well, Dangles, I've been there. I've been here. I've been up. I've been down. I've been down, down. I've been up, up. I've been up, up, up. And down, down, down. And everywhere but nowhere. And all around. Not making a sound.
Sleeve, you've always been maybe a little off of the normal, maybe untethered from what people would normally think is like physically possible, which now strikes me as something that's vaguely magical, yes?
You could say that. I do like tetherball.
Okay, well, tetherball aside, do you have any idea what is up with all this magic in the world?
Well, at some point you might find out. I can't quite explain it myself. But when the time is right, Doug's, that dangle will come upon you. It will plop itself in your plump little lap. It will say,
Plump. I do hope it's plump. I like plump.
Gotta love a plump dangle.
I know. It'll plop itself in your plump little lap. It'll say, Junga, I know the magic. Magic's there. It's in you. Magic's in you. It's in you.
No. There's no magic in me. I'm full-bred sport. I'm no magic. No
You are not a
magic
magic
whatsoever.
blood. No way. Not at all. I don't think so.
How could I be?
There's magic in everything. You just gotta be in touch with it.
I don't want that. I want magic to just stay as far away from me as physically possible. That's why, you know, one of the reasons that I wanted to stay here on the moon when all the magic was going on Earth is that there's no magic here on the moon, right? Surely there's no magic on the moon.
I don't think so. And Sleeve, if you see this, the tall old man has suddenly become young and, naive and a little short. So, would you say that, do you believe in magic in a young man's heart?
I believe in, yes, I do believe in magic in that young Dungle's heart. But I also think he swam in the fountain of Dougie's.
Well, what's the Dougies?
Fountain of Dougie's. You went and you dove into the fountain of Dougie's and you washed your hair and your face and your throat and your body with the water Dougie fountain of Dougie's.
Well, I think I'd get in trouble if I did that.
You took off all your clothes, you threw them on the Dougie curb, and you swam into the Dougie River. The fountain of Dangles, the fountain of Danglasas.
Well, I'd be grounded if I went swimming in the fountain of Dangles.
I don't believe that that's in the terms and conditions. You might not be grounded. That would be your parents' decision, or your aunts and uncles, whoever is your, caretaker.
My ancestors.
Your ancestors, yes.
Any kids out there that are without any parents or aunts or uncles or anything, remember, of course, that you can go on Amazon and order a parent to ground you for you.
Yes, you can. They have parents, and with one-click ordering, they will show up in 5 to 8 days with free shipping. But if this zero-click ordering happens...
once that's implemented, you'll just get them straight away. They'll just crawl out of your computer.
I have to say, zero-click ordering almost sounds like magic.
Amazon, you hear about the Amazon deal? Oh, Mr. Joe Sock works for Amazon now? He works for Amazon now.
Joe Sock?
Yes.
It's been a long time since we've seen
Oh,
you.
yeah, I work for Amazon now. You get a one free parrot and one free parrot. If you order now, click now, right now. Thank you, goodbye.
One free parrot?
That's right, one free parrot and one free parrot.
Oh,
A parrot deal.
A
It's a parent deal, parrot deal.
Oh.
You get a pair of a parent and a parrot?
Sis? That's right.
What about a parrot?
A parrot and a parrot. That's good.
Good to know. Thanks for stopping by to let us know that.
There,
Joe
Mr.
Sock.
Joe Sock, and congrats on the new position.
Oh, thank you. So good. Got me an office that overlooks the entire graveyard.
Wow. The entire thing?
Amazon.com has changed.
Yes, yes. All right, gotta run. Bye.
All right.
So, Sleeve,
Yes.
you know, it is my birthday, but things don't seem so normal, and I wonder if things aren't so normal. The fact that we're suddenly learning all of this about magic, and this magic potentially, it couldn't be on the moon. There is no way. The moon is not magical.
Magic in the moonlight, though. Magic in the moonlight.
I would say so. I do think that the light is very magical. I think that the moon is a magical place in my heart. But I don't
think that all this magic stuff is just like, it's just a phase. Like, it's just gonna pass. Like, right now we're in this magic moment, but after that it's gonna be over.
I do have an idea. Just throwing out an idea. I surmise that the magic could have to do with the Dougie Crow.
With the Dougie Crow, what is that?
The Crow.
Oh, the crow.
The Crow.
Tell us again about the Crow.
Well, it's legend, and I don't know if it's so right. But one time, in the middle of the football field, a crow was murdered. He was murdered by a foot. The foot came and it crushed the crow. It crushed. That's it. That's it, Jenna. You got the sounds. He's got the sounds of what happened. Are you familiar with the song Football Pie? It's about the night the crow died.
That's what it's about? Those lyrics are so cryptic, I can never tell.
It is a great song, but yes, I've always paid attention
I
to
was
the melody.
pretty sure it was about World War II.
No, bye-bye, Miss Football Pie.
Okay. I thought that was like France.
I brought my Chevy to the football field, but the crow had already died.
Yeah, I thought Chevy was like Germany and the football field was Belgium, and they went through, and then France died.
Good old boys drinking. I don't remember the line. What's the line?
V8 and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
No,
of
I'm
course.
pretty sure the lyric is just good old boys drinking various juices.
Good old boys drinking various juices.
There's a couple different adaptations.
That's
of
what
it.
Yes,
the V
yes.
stands for.
Singing, this will be the day the crow dies. This will be the day the crow dies.
Yes. That is a beautiful song.
I know.
And that crow. So do you think that crow, when it was crushed by the foot, had some magical properties? Or
It did. You know how I know that?
how do you know that?
I raised that crow for 4 days.
4 days raised crow. You know.
Yes, I do. I know about that crow. It didn't have time to grow, which is why the answer is in the snow.
Well, that just blow.
That just complicates things even further. You came from the snow, Mr. Short, Tall Man.
Yeah. Does that mean I am the answer?
Well, I would say that you are the question right now, as in, why are you strangely young / having flashes of being old?
Maybe there's some sort of magic in the snow
There could be.
of the snow desert.
Magic of the snow.
Bring us. Do you have a little snow on you? Why don't you bring us a
Of
little
course
snow?
I do. Here, have some snow.
Here,
on
just
your
just plop it
to
down.
blow
Use the
and
squeeze and lick
blow.
method.
I don't think I want to touch this stuff. If this is magic stuff, and if all it takes is for magic to touch you, for you to have the magic, I don't want that. Maybe we can get one of the Maybe we can get one of the crew members to come down here and take a look at this.
Yes, it's making such a funny noise. Ha ha, papa, hee hee, pee pee. Brad, can you come down here?
Hey, yeah, here I am.
Brad, it looks like you have your trusty tool belt. That was Cruz.
Yeah, of course I do. I got Nappy Nail with me at all times in
Hi!
honor of him.
Hi, I'm Nappy Nail.
Oh, God, every time I hear his voice, I just think of Crew.
Crew was a great crew member.
Oh, he was the greatest. Oh, I'll never fill his shoes, but I'm trying. Get a hold of yourself, Brad.
We will miss him.
It's okay, because someday this will all be yours.
It already is, isn't it?
Yeah, I finally lived up to what he said all those times.
In the future.
One day, and every day I just listen to Nappy Nail telling me that it's all better.
Hold on! I'm gonna listen to the snow! Hoo-hoo,
Yeah,
poo-poo!
Nappy Nail, get in there.
Ha! Hee-hee, pee-pee! Ha! Ha-ha, papa! Ha! Hee-hee, pee-pee! Ha! Hee-hee, papa! Ha! Hoo-hoo, papa! Ha! Almost there! Almost there! Almost there! Hee-hee, pee-pee, hoo-hoo, poo-poo, ha! Papa! Oh! All better. It sounds like this snow is talking to us.
I think that's an accurate
Hold
estimation.
on. Let me listen and maybe I can hear what it's saying. Ha! Ha! Ha!
You got anything?
Almost there. Ah! 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 Ah!
Nappy? You okay?
I'm okay. Hold on. Ah!
I guess it's hard for me to tell your screams of pain apart from your normal screams.
Ooh, can you hear me,
Oh.
Nell? Ooh, hello, Nell, friend. It is I, King Crater. Hello, Nell. Ooh, I just brushed my teeth. I want you to know, Nell, tell the others that he is still alive. The man-eater. He is still alive, and it is up to the Anus and the Joan to find him. Is it? I don't know if it's one person named Joan Anus or if it is more than one person, but tell them that they need to find the man-eater. I am going to get someone to brush my teeth now. Bye-bye.
All better. As in, I heard King Crater. He said that you better find Mr. Manatee. He is still alive.
No, that can't be right. We shot him into space?
That's what we thought.
They can't be out there.
No, there is no way, no possible
We
way.
would have heard from him by now, right?
I think
Surely.
so.
Who is this King Crater anyway?
I don't know.
Ha! I'm Tommy Cat. I know who King Crater is.
Oh, tell Tommy Cat. You know King Crater.
That's right. I'm Tommy Cat. And before I was with Brad here, I was with some others on the moon.
Like who? Who were they? Who were you with?
Well, there was a scientist. His name was Gladsworth. And there were some hosts of television program that you know. There was the hosts of Moon News.
Oh, the host of Moon News from the Space Channel. Oh, come on and flannel.
Welcome to Space Channel.
You mean Brunch Finnegan and Orbit Jr., our trusty sister station in space?
Well, no, it was Orbit Senior. It was before the time of Orbit Junior.
There was another Orbit.
That's right. Orbit Junior is the penis of Orbit Senior.
Oh, I guess I never watched that program. I only listened. I didn't realize that Orbit Junior was the type of thing that if the young, old, tall, short man had, he would want to put it in ice cream. Is that what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is, I met King Crater while I was on the moon.
Who is this King Crater?
He's the king of the moon.
There's a king of the moon?
He's the king of the moon.
There's a king of the moon?
I'm Tommy Cat.
He's the king of the moon?
He's the king of the moon.
Who's the king of the moon?
King Crater. He's the king of the moon.
What do you mean the king of the moon?
I'm Tommy Cat.
Ali G's in the house.
All better. King Crater's the real deal. If he says that Mr. Manatee is out there, then Mr. Manatee is out there.
As in out where?
Out there.
Who's on first?
King Crater.
Oh, you always crack me up, Tommy Cat.
You've got to find him. If King Crater says it, then it must be true. I'm Tommy Cat.
Pleasure to meet you again for the 100th time, Tommy Cat.
Hi. I'm Tommy Cat.
All better. Ah! Sorry, that was just joking. I was just pulling your leg.
What?
Back in the belt.
Good work there, Nappy. Thanks for helping out, brother.
Of course.
Dinas and Two Joner, I'm so glad that I could help you out again. It feels, back like the old days, back when Crewman was still alive.
Oh, Brad, we do miss him.
Oh, God, you have no idea.
He was a great friend.
Oh,
He helped this show run smooth as juice.
He was my mentor. He was my greatest friend. He was basically like an uncle figure to me.
He was like an uncle, but he was just your coworker.
Yeah, but our bond was something so much more than that. You and Two Normal Jones have that same kind of bond.
Two Normal Jones, am I your uncle? I'm only 1 year old.
Well, I don't think he means necessarily an uncle bond. I think just like a real close bond that when you like spend that much time with another person and like you do the same thing and like you have that a bond sort of develops. And I feel like we have that.
Like bail bonds? Like when the president was on trial?
More like berry bonds.
Ah, like berry bonds, like the things that make a berry stick together.
Yeah.
I do like berry bonds.
I like that too, and I think that's something that we really share.
And I do appreciate that. And on my birthday, there's no better time to reflect on that. How far we've come and what appears to be how far we have to go. If Mr. Manatee is still out there after everything we went through, I don't remember what we went through.
It was a lot.
I do assume it was a lot. It was like that time at the party. Do you remember that?
Oh, man. And
fish sticks!
What shenanigans were there?
Oh, my goodness. That was the best party.
Oh, man. You are so right.
Yes.
Listen up. If you need to go find Mr. Manatee, he's out somewhere in the reaches of space, I can get the crew started working on converting the station into like a battle station, like a big battle cruiser. Like a battleship? Yeah, like a ship that is prepared for battle and can also travel through the vast reaches of space so that we can find a giant floating manatee.
I see. Well, thank you, Brad. That would be much appreciated because we may need to find this manatee very soon.
Yeah.
And I think I know what we need to do next.
All right. Well,
I think we need to...
Gonna get to work.
Call up our friends at Moon News and... give them a quick hello and let them know that, there's apparently a manatee on the loose.
That's a good idea. And if they apparently know something about King Crater as well, maybe we can get a little bit more context of what's going on here.
Well, let me get the telephone. Okay, we're going to call.
Well, hey there. You've reached Moon News. This is Orbit Jr. speaking.
Hello, Orbit Jr. This is DeJanus.
DeJanus. It's really great to hear from another well-respected member of the program hosting community.
Of course, I didn't realize you were a penis.
Oh, well, that's fine. Most people don't.
Well, is Brunch there as well?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here.
Brunch is right here.
Is that DeGenis?
Yeah.
The J is, you can make the J soft. Oh, like Orbit Jr.
Yeah, I'm pretty soft right now.
So it's good to hear from you. Two Normal Jones and I are here, and we received word from Tommy Cat that he knows you.
Yeah, I feel like I remember seeing that guy around. on the moon before. Back, probably a while back. Probably before the Earth even got rebuilt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tommy Cat came to the moon with us. I believe it was after we decided Orbit Senior and I bet you didn't know there was an Orbit Senior. Well, we did. We got a little backstory. Okay, so you already got that. He came to the moon, plus this dude who owned an orphanage and didn't want to take care of the orphans anymore. He came to the moon with us. It was a very strange time. Very exciting.
Wait, hold up, Orbit Jr. Did I hear you say when the Earth was rebuilt? What could you possibly mean by that? Surely the Earth that's here now is the same Earth that has been here for, all of forever. Well, no. Didn't you know the Earth that you live on pretty much sprang into existence like, I don't know, maybe it's probably been about 20 years now.
Oh my goodness!
Everyone who was living on it just had, thoughts and memories just fully formed on it.
Are you saying I could potentially be 20 years old?
Yeah. You know what? I think today
It's my birthday.
I think today is actually the anniversary of when the Earth was built. So yeah, I guess it is your birthday. I guess it's actually everybody's birthday on the entire planet.
I've been 20 years old this whole time.
Well, no, that's
and all that hair.
Not really how time progresses, but you're 20 years old now. So congratulations, happy birthday.
Thank you. I know my age. But so the Earth was rebuilt?
Yeah, well, Mr. Manatee had it built.
Mr. Manatee had it built?
Yeah.
Apparently, we also learned that from our friend Nappy Nell that Mr. Manatee is still alive.
Sorry, come again? I didn't hear you say that.
We have a friend who's a talking nail.
Okay, that's kind of strange, but go on.
And he told us that Mr. Manatee is still alive.
I don't think you're saying quite what you think you're saying. When you say Mr. Manatee, do you mean like a giant floating, manifestation of evil that pretty much only purpose in life is to make a ruthless amount of profits?
Yeah, he was like the worst. He almost tried to get Moon News canceled.
Yeah, he almost tried to blow us up, too.
And Mr. Manatee almost tried to blow us up as well when he was part of Gold Emblem, and Gold Emblem was a sponsor. Then we did not renew our deal, and then we accidentally made a boo-boo on the air by saying Gold Emblem, and then we had to, not get blown up by Mr. Manatee. Yes, that Mr. Manatee.
Yeah, it sounds like we're talking about the same Mr. Manatee. You're saying that he's back?
In black. Apparently. Apparently he's still alive and kicking it. He's still alive in Brooklyn.
Still alive. Well, that's some pretty bad news.
Yeah, that's not good.
Tell you what.
You guys are screwed. Are we screwed too, Orbit Jr.?
I don't know. I'm really not sure, but I would have to imagine that you are, and probably Orbit Senior is. Maybe I'll get off the hook since Mr. Manatee might not even be aware of my existence since I'm just a penis.
I don't know. As a penis, I'd say you get screwed more than both of us combined.
Well, that's true. But I hope that I am not screwed here by a giant manatee.
That would be weird. Yes, I agree. That would be weird.
Tell you what, DJness, I'm going to have to go so I can fill in Orbit Senior about this development, because I'm sure he'll want to know it. Hopefully it doesn't make him too mad, because, he has a lot of responsibilities that he's taking on as, he's one of the Dukes of the Moon, and he's also the leader of Space Channel right now.
I hope Mr. Manatee doesn't, blow up the second Earth, just like he blew up the uncles on the first Earth.
Yeah, that would be,
Uncles? We've been talking about uncles. What do you mean, uncles?
Oh, Uncle's Variety Hours on the Space Channel.
I don't even remember that program.
Oh, well, I guess it was...
Was that like Alien Sex Party? I know that still is on the air, I believe.
Yeah, well, nothing is quite like Alien Sex Party, but it was on Space Channel. I guess it was also before the Earth was rebuilt, because it culminated with the Earth getting blown up.
Oh my goodness! So, all of these uncles were on the Earth, and they had their own program.
Yeah, it was two uncles.
Do you remember their names?
I'm trying to remember. I don't know, Brett. Do you remember them?
I remember the one uncle. He kind of was. He was fat.
Yeah,
but that wasn't his name. He wasn't Uncle Fat. I'm pretty sure he was Uncle B, as in B for like bulky.
Yeah.
And then the other one, that uncle wasn't as fat, but he was I think he was pretty Chunky. Is it Uncle Chunky? I think it was Bee and Chunky.
Bee and Chunky. I literally bought their skulls off the black market.
We have their skulls hanging up.
They're in our studio as we speak.
Oh, goodness. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Breaking news. Moon news. At WMUC Dobrajija, the host of Football is a Sport, the program on that station, they have skulls of uncles who, we thought were destroyed when the Earth was first destroyed.
That's actually a pretty big deal because, as everybody knows, there's a lot of residual energy and spiritual power that can be drawn from skulls. And we might be able to, I don't know, get some help from Bee and Chunky through their skulls somehow.
That would be pretty cool. I know there are lots of magical things on the moon, so who knows, maybe we can help you guys out. What do you mean magic on the moon? There is no magic on the moon.
Oh, yeah, everybody knows there's magic on the moon. You know, like King Crater and his magic stones? Surely you've heard that story.
No, we haven't heard that story.
Oh, well, there's King
We haven't
Crater.
been tuning into moon news for weeks
Oh,
now.
come on. You gotta, it's the best channel, it's the best station, it's best program on the channel, on the station, on the world. It's the best program ever. Anyway, there's King Crater, and he's king of the moon, and he's got these rocks that do magic.
They do magic in the same way that, like, the tall, young, old, short man does ice cream.
Well, no, like they grant magical properties to anybody who owns them. You really should just like catch up on old episodes of Space Channel, and it'll explain the whole thing to you.
I guess I should. Where can I find old episodes of Moon News on Space Channel?
Well, there's if you go on YouTube and you just
I love YouTube.com. Excellent website.
Yeah.
Almost as good as LinkedIn.
Yeah, you can just like watch all our programs there.
That sounds excellent. Are they in viewable portable form, like on DVD? Can I purchase them on Amazon.com?
Well, you can't right now, but you will very shortly in the future be able to, just browse through just short little bite-sized episodes of Uncles and Space Moon News and, the whole shebang.
Wow. This entire Uncles program that existed before we did, before this Earth even did, apparently.
That's right.
I would love to catch up. In fact, if I had more time, I think I would. How long was each program, would you say?
Well, each program was about 2 hours long, but if things go the way they should be going, you'll be able to catch up on recaps that are just about like half hour long.
Oh, that sounds excellent. I would love these shorter, bite-sized versions of that program, so I was able to get caught up to speed without having to toil through hours and hours of these uncles.
Yeah, of course. Nobody wants to sit through that much of an uncle.
No, of course not. I think it would just get overwhelming, and, someone is a fan and they're really into it, and then they just get a little bit bored or have other things to do. I understand.
It's sort of the reasonable in today's day and age that you don't want to just sit down and listen to 2 hours of programs.
These young kids will never understand. They'll never understand what it was like when we were making the early episodes of Football is a Sport, and we made hours and hours and hours of it.
Oh, yeah, I totally understand that. Just sitting down and make a program, it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but we're still going, and that's what counts. And maybe we'll learn more about these Uncle Chunkbee or Uncle whatever their names are.
Bee and Chunky, that was the name.
Bee and Chunky.
Anyway, we got a little derailed from the main point, which is the Mr. Manatee thing. I'm gonna let you go now, so I can go talk to Orbit Senior.
But go talk to them, and maybe we'll say our goodbyes soon, and soon we can reconvene and figure out a plan.
Yeah.
I guess to re-find the manatee, and I don't know, maybe some of our friends will be able to help us.
Yeah, hopefully they will.
Well, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure, D. Janice.
And come on and fladdle.
Welcome to Space Channel.
Well, to Normal Jones, I think we have our work cut out for us.
Yeah, I'll say so.
Well, I guess we should be wrapping things up.
Yeah, it's about that time.
But it has been a pleasure seeing all of you again on Football is a Sport. We'd like to give a special thanks to our special guests, the man. I don't even know what the right descriptors are, but the man who may be tall or short.
The man who possesses qualities.
Yes, and to President of Football and Sleeve.
Yes.
It's been lovely, and we are going to finish with a brief little song We're going to do the fastest football song ever.
We sure are.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Football is a sport.
Football is a sport. Football is a sport. Football is a sport.
Oh, yeah.
Football is a sport. Football is a sport. Okay, thank you.
Until next time, remember, keep throwing those balls, keep chugging those pitches, keep shooting stuff into the sky. This has been
Football is a sport.
on
WMUC
WMUC
blah, blah, blah.